Good morning and welcome back to the channel. After a relaxing night at sea, the horizon has transformed into the captivating silhouette of our next grand destination. Look at that amazing view. We're not just arriving at a port, we're sailing into the heart of a city. Today, we're in Rotterdam, Netherlands. And in this video, we're going to show you what we think are the must-dos in one of our favourite cities in the world. Unlike a lot of other European cities we've visited, Rotterdam has a futuristic skyline, testament to its resilience and forward-thinking spirit after its devastating wartime past. I looked into this when we got home. 97,000 kilos of bombs were dropped on Rotterdam, and it caused massive fires and destroyed 2.6 kilometres square of the city. That's really difficult to get your head round. But back to today. The city has completely reinvented itself from the bottom up. So get ready to explore, because Rotterdam truly offers something for everyone, and we're starting our day right off the cruise ship. As you step off the ship, you immediately feel the modern pulse of Rotterdam. The cruise terminal here is incredibly well connected, making it super easy to jump right into the heart of the city. Today, we are super lucky because when we visited this time last year, the weather was awful and we ended up getting soaked through. We still had a great time, but much more looking forward to today. One of the things we love about Rotterdam is it's a really walkable city, and that's definitely our preferred way of getting around, especially when it's dry. There is also an amazing public transport system though, so you've got trains, metros and buses, and it makes it easy to get around, even if you've only got a short time in the city. The water taxis are also great. Keep watching to see what must be the most fabulous way to get around the city. Going to go and take a look inside the Port Visitor Centre. The Visitor Centre is definitely worth a look, as it's a short walk from the cruise terminal. There's an interactive model of the port and helpful harbour hosts on hand to help with suggestions as to the best way to spend time in the areas around the port. There were various interactive things to do, like moving the port webcam and some quizzes. Now, what is it used for? Weigh and secure ship's anchors. Wrong. Oh no. Is it B? Oh no. Is it D? CC. Oh, now I know. There's also a workshop belonging to the Maritime Museum. On these steps here, it's got information about all the different kinds of wood that was used for building ships over time. You can see welders, blacksmiths and carpenters going about their highly skilled work. Well, I assume you can at some point, although we didn't see any on the day we visited. The first place we decided to visit were the crazy cube houses. What did you guys spot over there?
Lego! Up there, I just spotted a window full of Lego.
What? Oh yeah, there's lots of Lego up there, I can see it. These houses were designed by the architect Piet Blom in the 1970s. And this is not just art or architecture, people actually live in these houses. Apparently each cube house represents a tree, and together they form a forest. A geometric forest, still a bit abstract for me. It's hard to imagine what it'd actually be like to live in one of these houses. Fortunately, one of them, the Kik Kubus, I'm sure I said that wrong, is open to the public, which means we can go inside and have a little nose around. So we're just waiting to go up into the cube houses, take a look around. Wow, this is crazy. Every wall is at an angle and every window has an amazing, unique perspective. You can really see how the interior spaces are cleverly designed, but challenging. Imagine trying to hang a picture on here or get a sofa up the stairs. We had enough job in our house. It really makes you appreciate conventional architecture though, but also the sheer audacity of this design. It isn't just a building, it's a complete statement. Just outside the cube houses, we found this random chess set. Milo seemed to think it was building blocks rather than chess, and it was hard to prize them away, and it was only the promise of food that convinced him. I think we spent about half an hour visiting the cube house, and by now we were all getting hungry, so the next stop on our tour was Markt Hall. It's a short walk from the Markt Hall, and this is truly one of my favourite food markets in the whole of Europe. It isn't just a market though, it's also a residential building, a colossal piece of art and a culinary paradise all rolled into one incredible arch. This building is pretty spectacular. When we came last time there wasn't an outdoor market, but also it was tipping it down with rain, so maybe it was here but we just decided to go in the shelter instead. Literally the moment you step inside, you can smell a whole array of different foods and the lively buzz of thousands of people enjoying some of the freshest and most delicious food in Rotterdam. The choices here are overwhelming in the best possible way, and it was hard to choose which food to try first. We've got a Greek pie shop. Now, we absolutely love all of these things. I particularly like the spinacca pita that I can never quite say. When we came the previous year, we'd eaten too much on the ship to really have much, but this time we went with empty stomachs. Having walked around for a little while, we decided that we would try some calamari and a cold beer. Real good. Everyone happy? Cheers. Now, I was teasing Milo that I'm going to have the calamari over here, and he's not going to have any.
I think you have the mayo.
Yes.
Are you going to try it? That bit. Still. Oh, yeah, we'll be fine.
Is calamari good, Milo? It goes nicely with a cold beer as well, doesn't it? Wow, this is just so good. After our calamari, we decided to try a dumpling.
What's he looking at over there?
Thank you.
So much. Thank you.
Vegetables or chicken?
Perfect.
Thank you.
Look at these fluffy clouds of deliciousness. The filling is so tasty. It's savoury, a little sweet, and it's packed with flavour and literally melts in your mouth. Absolutely delicious. Would you like to try some, Milo? No, I didn't think you would. Yeah, chicken baraban. The pork one was really good as well. So these are the ones that Milo wanted, aren't they? Do you think it's going to be hot or cold?
You see there's liquid coming out of here.
Milo really had his heart set on these sweet treats. They're actually corn balls that are dipped in liquid nitrogen.
In here.
The irony was that he didn't actually like the taste of them that much, and he felt cheated out of a dessert. And he made me finish them.
Is that fun?
You're breathing fire out your nose.
This place is really a food lover's dream. From fresh Dutch cheeses and warm gooey stroop waffles to exotic spices in every international cuisine imaginable, the market hall is a real testament to Rotterdam's global palate. And all of this is under that breathtaking ceiling. It's a monumental piece of digital art. What an amazing place. But Rotterdam isn't just about the famous cube houses and the market hall. The city is an open-air museum of modern design. Just a short walk from the market hall, you'll encounter the majestic Erasmus Bridge, which is known locally as the Swan. It's an iconic symbol of Rotterdam, which gracefully connects the city's north and south banks, and it really is a marvel of engineering. Soaring above the whole city is the Euromast, Rotterdam's tallest structure, and it has unparalleled panoramic views of the entire city and even beyond on a clear day. Everywhere you look, there's amazing architecture and buildings. From the historic Withuis, again, sure I said that wrong, one of the first skyscrapers in Europe. It's a city that continuously surprises you with its commitment to pushing boundaries. Now, one of the other places you really have to visit is the SS Rotterdam. We did that on our last trip, and it really was quite special. The SS Rotterdam isn't just any ship. She's the former flagship of the Holland-America Line and a truly iconic transatlantic ocean liner, which is now permanently docked, and it's a hotel, museum and event venue. We would highly recommend visiting it if you have the time. They had amazing cake there too. On our previous trip to Rotterdam, we had the opportunity to step aboard and explore the amazing elegant decks and beautifully preserved interiors. It was like stepping back in time to the golden age of ocean travel, what I imagine cruising must have been like a long time ago. While we're not doing a full tour today, seeing her from the water always brings back such good memories. And speaking of exploring Rotterdam from the water, another thing that we did on our last visit was the Speedo Harbour Tour. Now this was a fantastic boat trip which takes you into one of the largest and busiest container ports in the world. You get to see massive container ships, the impressive dry docks and the sheer scale of global trade in action. Definitely worth a visit. It's an incredible way to appreciate Rotterdam's role as a major maritime hub and to see the city's architecture from a completely different perspective. We decided to end our day in Rotterdam with a bit of exhilaration and an adrenaline rush. We're going to be taking a super fast water taxi right the way back to the ship. We're heading back through the cube houses to get back to see if we can get to the water taxi. Now I must admit that we really struggled with this before, and I don't think we actually got it quite right because we just turned up and they allowed us to get on. These little yellow boats, they aren't just transport, but actually an experience in themselves. You okay, Milo?
Yeah.
Nice and warm. Well, I'm gonna go fast. Whoa. You get an entirely new perspective of the city as you dart across the Maas at breakneck speed. Taking the water taxi was so much fun. As you dart under the bridges that we'd looked at from land, it really is the perfect, thrilling farewell to this beautiful city.
Mum, there's been something great about that.
What's great about that? Was this the best bit of the day?
I've got to go up this steep slope now, haven't you? And here we are back at Hotel New York.
I've got to say, the water taxi was my best bit of the day.
You loved the water taxi, didn't you?
Yeah, I liked when it went sideways.
Wow, what an absolutely incredible and diverse day we've had in Rotterdam. From exploring the crazy cube houses to mouth-watering foods in the market hall, and then that water taxi ride back. It really is a city that blends rich history with an unshakable vision for the future. And for us, it's always a special place, even when we go back to old favourites like the SS Rotterdam or the fascinating Speedo Harbour tour. If you're planning a cruise to Rotterdam, I can't recommend exploring these unique spots enough. Even though we've visited before, I would say Rotterdam really does exceed my expectations. I would love to come and stay here for a few nights. It's not so easy for us to get to from the UK, so arriving on a cruise is definitely a good way of visiting the city. What was your favourite part of this adventure? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this journey through Rotterdam, please give the video a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more cruise vlogs and travel tips, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next port of call. Until the next adventure, see you soon!